What's up, YouTube? Basidio here. Got an OU match for you today against a friend of mine, Triple Finish. I'm playing on an alt knowledge over swag, and he joined a game. It was a UU game. He's like, "Wow, knowledge over just copied Basidio's Hail team. Wow, it's like an exact copy." So I'm like, "Oh, who's Basidio? He must be really smart and good looking." He's like, "Oh, you must be Basidio." I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "Oh, I'm subbed. You're a good battler. Do you want to face me in OU?" And I'm like, "Sure." So this is the result. He is coming at me with 4 Regenerator Pokemon, only 1 OU. We both have 1 NU. I got my Hitmontop, which is UU. So, not an extremely serious game, but always like it to be. Always like to take my game serious. Figure why not. So let's get started. I lead off with my Skarmory. He leads off with his Mienshao. Goes for a fake. Goes for a U-turn. Actually, he does 4% to me, so I'm still going to be in sturdy range after my leftovers. Goes into his Toxicroak. But I'm not believing it. Why would you switch Toxicroak into Skarmory? I think it's a Zoroark. So I switch out, go into Chansey, and sure enough, he goes for the Flamethrower. So it was the Zoroark. So I go for a Wish, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I go for a Toxic, but obviously it doesn't Toxic the Toxicroak. Switch back, goes for a Fake Out, again does 4%, so I'm still in sturdy range. Get another layer of Spikes up. So I got 2 layers of Spikes up already, and he doesn't have a Spinner, which is great. Goes into his Slowbro. Here I switch out, go into my Chansey again. So he goes for a Scald. I go for a Wish here, pretty sure. So he goes into his Amoonguss. Now I have Natural Cure, so at this point in the game, would rather not have something get put to sleep, so I just go for the Seismic Toss for some damage as he goes for the Spore. Heal up to 100%. Now I'm going to switch out. Natural Cure will clear the sleep, and I go into my Golurk. Kind of a risky play considering Amoonguss was out, but I predicted the switch. He goes into his Mienshao. So he can't really do anything, so he U-turns as I get my Stealth Rocks up. So I got Stealth Rocks and 2 layers of Spikes already, so really racking up the entry hazards. Problem is, 4 of his Pokemon have Regenerator, so all the entry hazards in the world won't be doing much. I switch out, go back into, go into Rotom Wash. So he goes for a Scald. I go for a Volt Switch, he protects. And yeah, so even with all the entry hazards up, entry hazards are always great to have up if they don't have a spinner, but he's got 4 Pokemon with Regenerator, so it's still not going to be a game changer, really. So I switch into my Chansey as he goes for a Scald. He switches out, goes into his Toxicroak as I go for a Wish. And I realize I can take any hit from this Toxicroak. So he switches and goes into his Zoroark as I go for a Seismic Toss. So he was expecting a switch into Skarmory probably, but that clearly doesn't happen. He goes for a Focus Blast, misses. I go for a Wish. Focus Blast wouldn't have been able to break me anyway. Goes for another Focus Blast and misses again. Sucks for him. Double hacks, but like I said, it wouldn't have broken me by any means. So full health with the dead Zoroark. Go for Protect as he goes for a U-turn. And now I switch out, go into my Golurk. So he goes for a high jump kick. So predicting really solidly right now. Take him down to 27% from the high jump kick missing. Goes for a U-turn. Doesn't really matter because he's got the Regenerator. The high jump kick, I mean, it does some damage because Regenerator only heals, 33%. But not a game changer. Not as game changing as I was hoping it would be. I go for an Earthquake as he goes into his Slowbro. Switch out. So he goes for the Scald. So, yeah. Kind of an awkward spot. I go for the Volt Switch as he goes into the Amoonguss. and I decide I'm ready to have something spored. I'd rather have 3 layers of spikes up, just to make Regenerator do less. So I get spikes up. Now I have all my entry hazards up. He goes for the Spore. I'm not looking to switch because nothing can really break my Skarmory. He switches and goes into his Mienshao, so that's perfect that I didn't switch because his Mienshao can do absolutely nothing to me. He goes for a Rock Slide here. And he can't U-turn because it would kill him. So I'm really safe right now. I can just stay in. Goes into his Alamamala. So I stay asleep again. I got the longest sleep possible. Awesome. Go for a Whirlwind as he goes for the Wish, and I whirl in the one Pokemon I didn't want to, Mienshao. Because, as you can see, now he fakes out, flinches. Excuse me. Fakes out. Ooh, sorry about that. Fakes out, gets fully healed from the Wish, goes for a high jump kick. I go for another Whirlwind. So it was very unfortunate that I Whirlwinded in the Mienshao. Whirlwind in Amoonguss. Now I go for the Brave Bird just to get some damage. Again, I don't care if he gets spored. He does spore. I switch in my Scizor. And now Scizor, with proper prediction, is going to run ham on his team. Goes for the Giga Drain on the switch. It doesn't do anything. I'm running a specially defensive set. Go for a Swords Dance on the switch. So I get +2. Predict a Protect. And go for another Swords Dance. Get +4. And now, first turn Scald burns me. I'm like, damn it. Like, first turn scalding my Scizor, it burns me. So it still does a huge chunk at +4, the Bug Bite. Goes for Protect, I predict that, go for a third Sword Dance, so now I'm at +6. So even though I'm burned, I'm still doing a huge amount to anything that switches, and I mean, Alamamala is a physical tank, and it's still at +4 burned, did 40-ish%. So I take it out with a Bug Bite. He goes into his Toxicroak. Goes for the Fake Out, just trying to stall me out with Burn. I have leftovers, so it's not doing as much as it would be if I was a Life Orb set, luckily. Goes for a Sucker Punch as I go for a Bullet Punch and take out the Toxicroak. So he's got 3 Regenerators left, so he can easily stall out my Scizor. Goes into his Mienshao, goes for another Fake Out, just stalling out turns for burn damage. Now here I predict a switch because Bullet Punch could kill. So I go for a Roost, and he does switch. I get the Roost, so this is looking 6-0 right now. So his Amoonguss is in. Don't really fear anything from the Amoonguss. Can't hit me with Clear Smog because I'm Steel type. Go for a Bug Bite, outspeed anyway. Take him out with a Bug Bite. Goes into his Slowbro. And Slowbro, physically defensive as it is, falls to a Stab Bug Bite from +6 Scizor. Now, last Pokemon is his Mienshao. I can kill it with a Bullet Punch after he fakes out and takes Life Orb recoil. But I didn't show off my Hitmontop yet. I want to show off every Pokemon on this team. Technitop is freaking awesome in OU. Harder to use in UU, actually, but OU is actually better. Go for a Fake Out. 50% from Technician Life Orb boosted Fake Out, and now I go for a Mach Punch and take him out. So 6-0. Good game, triple finish. This is a new team I came up with yesterday. It was actually based around Technitop. I really, really like Technitop. Great priority, great revenge killer. Does huge amounts of damage with low damage moves because of Technician and Life Orb. Now, Fake Out did 50%. Fake Out doesn't get Stab bonus. Mach Punch does, so a Mach Punch would have probably done around 65, 70, I'm guessing. So just awesome, awesome Pokemon. Great revenge killer. Good game again, triple finish. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the battle, and see you tomorrow, YouTube. Goodbye.